Hello there. I'm just going to start trying to do a vlog, see how cringe it goes, but this is the start. I'm just currently in the station, waiting for my train. Looking forward to seeing what it's like when I'm getting on board my first Vietnamese train. Just have a nosy down there. Ooh, nice and cozy. I think I'm going to enjoy this. And off we go. So yep, have some breakfast, met the others in the carriage, Paul and Emma, seemed like a friendly couple. So what did I have? Had a bowl of instant noodles, ground pork, and a black coffee, very, very strong. That was okay, so yeah. Now just on the last little bit, probably a couple more hours. I did have a look at some of the 6-person accommodation. That was definitely way more cramped than here, so I'm glad I went for the 4-berth. So yeah, next stop will be Hanoi. And here we come into Da Nang. Thank you people of Da Nang for waiting for us. This train is really struggling. A little bit of lunch service. Say hello, Nee. Alright, well, here I am in the toilet of my hotel in Hue. But a nice view out the back-ish, some buildings, and look at the front. Lovely. Alright, this is the bridge into the Imperial City. Range of smells I'm smelling along here is amazing. Just going from like garlic to fish. It's a little bit grey and Hue. Đi qua bên này này. Sunny. Cá bơi này Sunny ơi. Cá bơi này. Wow. Entering the Purple Palace. I don't think peasants like me are supposed to actually be in here, but what are they going to do? This almost looks like I'm about to walk into some water. Ah, we're good, we got steps. Have we? Yeah. Just love how I can just walk around anywhere I want to. Just loads of freedom. It's all beautiful. Definitely crossing this bridge as well. Feels a little bit like I'm going into that secret garden. I can't remember what the book's called. Probably Secret Garden. Alright, that's the gate which I couldn't get through yesterday. Okay, so I'm at the other end. I'm going to try and do a little sexy time lapse. Me walking back to the front. Alright, well, it's Editor Doug. So yeah, thoughts on Hue. I thought it was a really lovely city. Not the biggest one, obviously. I have a lot of history about it. I was only there for an evening and a day. So I tried to have a look at this place and get through the entrance we just saw there. The previous day, couldn't get in. But yeah, came around here the second day. Saw the old palace, the old buildings, nice views. There's a good one up the top of here. A quick little look around. But yeah, all the food was just lovely and fresh. I think I went to Dongba Market. Just walking through there, it just smelled amazing. Full of fresh veg, fish. So yeah, I think I'd quite happily to go back, step over in Hue again. I didn't see some of the old mausoleums further out, but that'll have to be one for next time. And yeah, it's just the end of the time lapse here, so I'll let you enjoy these last few clips. Alright, well, take two, because I think the first one I realised I'm way too far away from the mic. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that time lapse. Back to the front now. I've still got to explore the west side, which is that away. So I look forward to that. I am going to be meeting up with Sal and Georgie as well for some, what was it? Ferber Hue? That doesn't sound right, I don't know. Anthony Bourdain approved, so should be good. I also need to check out some Ferber Nam, something like that. No, Bangkan for Nam. Recommended to me at breakfast, which it looked pretty good on the pictures. So hopefully I've got time to get there. If not, I'll just be rushing off to trains and snacking on whatever junk they have there. See you in a bit. If it all looks a bit grey, that's because it is. Alright, little vid update, whilst I untie my laces. I am now into my hostel at, what's it called? Hanoi. I'm now at my hostel in Hanoi, take two. So, I'm looking around, it's a nice pink fridge. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this space. You can see at the front there's my next bike. Decided to rent a lot of bikes today, or this holiday. Cool little view of the village. Words. Cool little view of the bridge there. Got my own ensuite, I think. I hope. Oh yeah, look at that. So yeah, time for me to take this shirt off because my god does it stink after me wearing it for a whole train journey and just been climbing as well, so it is pretty stinky. Also, all of this for 10 quid a night. Love Vietnam. Alright, well that was an experience. So I thought I'd go and see the what was it, old university. So went down, saw the old university thing, which was cool. And then I came out and realised, fuck, I've lost my I've lost my parking ticket. And that's 200,000 fine. And I had a look around, couldn't find it, sort of resigned myself to it. Went to start the bike and it was dead. So I messaged the guy and he was like, okay, yeah, come and have a look at it. That probably takes best part of an hour and a half for him to arrive. He arrives, still dead. And then, which way do I go? Yeah, I got pushed all the way back along these sorts of roads. Maybe not as bad as this. But yeah, so I had no power, he was pushing me from behind. Still had good progress. Got my deposit back, which is nice enough. Didn't have to pay for today. So yeah, an experience. Most annoyed about losing a parking ticket, but there we are, that's on me. Yes. Word of the day is Teach Chien, which is port skewers. Chien means skewers. Okay, so that was Hanoi. I failed to mention in the motorbike story how the guy was still on his scooter as well whilst pushing me, so that was even more fun. Yep, after that did some climbing, ate some food, which was all really good, and then I took the night train up to Sapa, which you can see now some footage. So there I met Shoeless, and she showed me a little bit of Sapa town, and we walked up to the homestay. So enjoy the upcoming footage. Quick video. Say hello.
Hello.
Well, you join me on day 2 in Sapa here. So day 1, got in super early on the train. What was it, like 6 o'clock? Bus across into Sapa for about 8, and then I hiked into the hostel with Xu, not Sue. Sue was the other lady. That was a really nice trek. Sue was a great guide. But today I'm going to try and do stuff a bit more solo. It's getting steep here. Just going to try and find the bamboo forest, try not to slip here, and then maybe go down along the river. Should be something a bit different and hopefully a bit less touristy, because that's definitely one thing I've noticed here. Everyone's trying to sell you shit. Oh, hopefully I'll have some nice shots at the top of this path. Well, as predicted, a great view. Lol. Hard to imagine trucks coming up this path. This is so steep. I'm sure they do it on their bikes all the time though. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Okay, so I'm not sure I can get up that hill because it looks bit too overgrown. No idea if there's a path or not. It looks like the road goes around the right anyway. I think it's beginning to clear up a bit, but still a lot of cloud. Just comes and goes. But still looks beautiful. I think what I'll do is I'll just go back. I think that there is the path I was going to take earlier. So I'll go back on that and get down to the village and see what that's like. Yep. So that was my second day in Sapa, and as we watched the clouds roll in, next up, off to Ha Giang on the bus. Apart from that, stunning! Really, really fun road through the pass. I might have to do that again on my last day if I got time. Not a bad spot to enjoy a coffee. So this is the bike. I think she looks rather nice. Already got a little bit muddy. Some nice little bits of off-road. I didn't really get any on the camera. I'm sure there'll be more tomorrow. I'm going to use this just to double check that there's nothing too dodgy going on. Just absolutely stunning. I think I've just come out from along there, so I was staying in a little homestay in that area. And I've just ridden along here, came through that little town there. Yeah. So, plan for today is do a little bit around Tonsan, and then probably head off over towards Kung or Kung Lu, one of them, and we'll see what happens there. It's just amazing. So peaceful. I actually have to do some walking. Yep, more spectacular views, and I'm going to a cave, I think. And it goes on. This is well worth 30k. Also, it's really nice and cool. Just after hiking up that hill, it's a relief. Edge my way through here. It's a lot tighter than it looks. Don't know if you can see much of me. Definitely would have a helmet if I was in the UK. Yeah. See if I can show it. Looking through that gap there, you can sort of see. Not the biggest. All of these are stalactites as well. I think they're the tights because they're tight to the wall or something, right? Just absolutely lethal if you get your head on them. Alright, nearly there now. Alright. That was something different. Nice to be cooler again, and we'll promptly be roasting again because, oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. And that is literally China, border there. I think that bit's also a bit of China, and this bit's Vietnam. The terrain here is just so different, like these sort of rocky gardens everywhere. Amazing. Still not convinced I'm in the right country, but I think I am. Everything seems to still be in Vietnamese. Not sure where Google Maps is taking me though. I'm just on a track. I do not know if I'm supposed to be here, but it's just so isolated. I don't know where I am. I think Google Maps has got me on the right route, so I'm just going to do more of this, and then hopefully I'll pop out the other end. I really hope. Oh god. Holy, I am back on a proper road in the proper loop now. I don't think they spoke Vietnamese, never mind English. He just stopped and stared. So I'm going to go try and get some petrol now, and maybe some food, and then I'll make my way to the Kulu if I've got time. Hello. Whoa. Yow. Yow. Are you friendly, or are you warning me off? Yeah, you're friendly. Hello. You look. Okay, so I made it. So what happened? I think I tried driving along the border, which I did successfully. I didn't realise it was going to be quite so isolated. So I think I showed the first bit where there was some sort of barrier, didn't look too official. They did say something about maybe no entry, maybe. But there was, looked fairly open. There's nobody there. I thought maybe it was just for trucks. So yeah, just sort of went up and I saw the border, it was quite cool. And I thought, well, Google Maps says I can just follow this along, so I tried that, and then the road just got progressively worse and worse. Got quieter and quieter. People stopped saying hello and just started staring at me. Until I ended up where I was just on that like mountain path where it's just rocks. And yeah, I mean, that poor Suzuki is... I'm going to have to do my best to try and not pay any damages on that. I mean, it works fine, it's not being dropped, but the suspension is a little knackered. And it's not fun on the front brake anymore. But yeah, and then sort of it got to a stage where I was like, I really don't want to turn back now because I know what I have to do going back and it's a long way. So I just kept going and more isolated, and I saw some villages and I tried talking to a lady. I don't think she spoke Vietnamese, never mind English. So that was me sort of thinking I didn't really want to record there because I just felt like, yeah, probably not supposed to be here, maybe. But made my way through, eventually got to a road, realised the suspension was knackered, and I was like, okay, just bouncing my way through, and then eventually got onto the main road, and relief. And then I stopped the bike and it stopped working, it refused to start. So it now seems to be a bit dodgy for that as well, so it just takes a few attempts and then for some reason it starts to work. And now I'm here at the northernmost point, so I'm now also near the Chinese border. Okay, so that's the road I just drove along there. And that is a gorgeous little pond, which I'm going to have a look at. I hope to get a hide on. So yeah, there's a few clips from the time in Ha Giang. The old Suzuki which I rented did a good job, didn't have to pay anything because they didn't even check it when I returned it, which was good. And yeah, after this day I just sort of did a big journey on the bike back to Ha Giang because I didn't need as much time as I'd originally planned. So yeah, went back to Hanoi for the last couple of days. There we are. And you can see there's some sort of street event which I just missed. And so yeah, a couple of nights there, and then I went back home. And I thought just all round great trip. Can't wait for the next one. Ta-ra now.